Good morning, everyone. Good morning to the online viewers. The Negros Occidental Sub-DEO will conduct the opening of the bids for goods for 2 contracts. So before we proceed to the opening of the bids, may we have a short prayer to be led by Sir Paulo, si Pastor.
Good morning. Let's pray in the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Lord, thank you for this day. Thank you, Lord, for the gift of life. Lord, bless us all as we gather here, our opening of bids and pre-bid. As we all know, Lord, that this day is surely yours. All this we ask in the name of the Father. Amen.
Sir, thank you, Sir Raul. So may I remind everybody that we are streaming live on YouTube via DPWH Negros Occidental Sub-DEO BAC. So may kindly turn your cell phone on silent mode. Sir Mark, Head of the Secretariat, please call the roll to determine the quorum of the committee.
Good morning, sir, and good morning, everyone. In order to determine if the BAC is in quorum, we shall have a roll call. Please say present or here once your name is called. Engineer Ricardo R. Gutierrez, BAC Chairperson. Engineer Pedrito R. Bautista, BAC Vice Chairperson.
Present.
Engineer Harold Miguel L. Poy, BAC Regular Member. Engineer Benji C. Moraca, BAC Provisional Member.
Present.
Engineer Raul A. De La Torre, BAC Provisional Member.
Present.
Engineer Mark Ruben C. Pido, Head BAC Secretariat, present. Engineer General Rose G. Atienza, Head BAC TWG. And Engineer Jesus E. Intia Jr., Member BAC TWG. It is also informed that observers were duly notified and invited, but none attended this opening of bids. That would be all, sir.
Thank you, Sir Mark. Since our chairperson, Sir Rick Gutierrez, is not around, as a vice chairperson, I will now proceed. I will now preside with the opening of the bids. Do we have? Since we do not have electronic bids at our portal in the regional office, we will now proceed with the manually submitted bids. So kindly present and open the bids, Sir Mark. With contract ID number I24GGQ012, we have 3 bidders. The first bidder, M Cube Enterprises. For the second bidder, Ched Maril Construction and Supply. And the third bidder, Homework Construction Corporation. We will now proceed with the opening of the financial technical bids. First envelope. We will now move on the second contract with contract ID number 24 GGQ013. We have three bidders: M Cube Enterprises. Second bidder is Chedmaril Construction and Supply. And the third is Homeward Construction Corporation. We now proceed with the opening of the first envelope, the technical envelope, for the preliminary evaluation. now move on the results of the preliminary evaluation for eligibility for the first contract with contract ID number 24 GGQ012. We have three bidders. The first bidder, MQ Enterprises, form of bid security, BSD, bid securing declaration, sufficient, 120 calendar days, overall rating, pass. For the second bidder, Marine Construction and Supply, form of bid security, bid securing declaration, sufficient, validity period, 120 calendar days, rating, pass. For the third bidder, Homeward Construction Corporation, form of bid security is bid securing declaration, rating, failed due to no DTI business name registration submitted and no SLCC. So again, for the Homeward Construction, the overall rating is failed due to no DTI business name registration and no SLCC submitted. We will now proceed with the opening of the eligible bidder for the opening of financial envelope for MQ Enterprises and Marine Construction and Supplies. For the second contract, with contract ID number 24 GGQ013, we have three bidders. The first bidder is MQ Enterprises. Form of bid security is bid securing declaration, sufficient, validity period stated is 120 calendar days, overall rating, pass. For the second bidder, Marine Construction and Supply, form of bid security, bid securing declaration, sufficient, validity period 120 calendar days, overall rating, pass, complying. For the third, Homeward Construction, form of bid security, bid securing declaration, sufficient, validity period 120 calendar days, overall rating, failed, non-complying due to no DTI, SEC, mayor's permit, tax clearance attached, and no attached statement of ongoing similar completed contract. Is not related to the contract to be bid. So we have a representative from Homework. Homework. Result of the evaluation, so your rating is paid due to no DTI, SEC, mayor's permit, tax clearance. So are you filing a motion for reconsideration?
Motion, will file. Actually, sir, we have SLCC attached.
Pero ang iban,
Ah,
ang wala ko na ang LCC,
Hindi
sa
siya
more
under-
similar, hindi sa supplier.
Ang ongoing, yung statement na natouch for ongoing project, sir, is not similar sa contract kasi yung procurement natin is supply and delivery.
Supply
Yung
siya.
attach nyo is civil works. Then yung sa SLCC naman, sir, hindi siya under contract kasi naka-sales invoice mo siya. Dapat naka-PO yung pag under contract. So hindi siya
hindi siya
related sa pinaprocure. Kasi supply and delivery kasi tayo. Dapat pag completed, similar completed, kailangan under contract siya, naka-PO lang. So, Then yung
Yung sa side yan, sir, may mga ano kayo na hindi na attach, di ba?
then missing documents ng DTI,
Ano
tax
kasi yung
clearance.
technical is presence and absence of the
Mm.
ano. Pag wala yan, so
Hindi kami DTI, SEC kami.
Yun
Oh,
yung
yun
sir.
yun, sir. Wala
DTI
na-
or
or
SEC,
SEC,
any of those sir,
Any.
yung
Wala
ano,
kami.
pag hindi
Wala
naka-attach,
na-attach.
wala.
Oo.
Then wala kayong na-attach na tax clearance, saka mayor's permit.
Bali, kung ano talaga yung sa checklist ng technical, i-comply mo talaga yun. Kasi presence and absence yung ano natin sa preliminary examination. Yun yung nangyari. Aside doon sa SLCC at saka mga similar in the drawing.
Anyway, that's the result of the preliminary evaluation, sir. Within, kasi malinaw naman.
Hindi namin
Hindi na attach.
Clear yung condition of the required documents.
That's for one more.
Dalawa.
Dalawa na.
Alright.
Okay na siya? Sige sir. We will proceed with the opinion of the license. Okay. So again, move on. The opening of the second envelope, the financial envelope for the two eligible bidders. 2013 for M-Cube Enterprises. And the second is Chen Marie Construction and Supplies. now move on the result of the evaluation to our financial envelope for contract ID number 24 GGQ012. For the first eligible bidder, M-Cube Enterprises. The bid amount submitted is 2,817,600 with a discount of 704,400 pesos. Discounted bid amount is 2,113,200. For the second eligible bidder, Ched Maril Construction and Supplies, the bid amount submitted is 2,404,424. So the lowest bidder is M-Cube Enterprises. These bids are still subject for further bid evaluation and post-qualification. For the second contract ID number 24 GGQ013. For the first eligible bidder, M-Cube Enterprises, the original bid amount submitted is 2,470,000. Discount is 10% of the total bid price, which is 2,223,000 pesos only. Okay. For the second eligible bidder, Ched Maril Construction and Supply, the bid amount submitted is 1,924,740. The lowest bidder is Ched Maril Construction and Supplies. So these bids are still subject for further bid evaluation post-qualification. So we are finished on the opening of the bids, so we will now continue with our second task, the pre-bid conference for civil works. We have two civil work projects, and I will now give the floor to our head of the secretariat, Sir Mark. Please present the contract data.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, everyone. And for the pre-bid conference for today, we have two contracts. Contract ID number 24GQ0053, construction of flood control structure of Palampas River, Upstream area, along Bacolod North Road, S00425NR, Barangay Palampas, San Carlos City, Negros Occidental. And contract ID number 24GQ0064, construction of multipurpose building in the Municipality of Calatrava, Negros Occidental. For contract ID number 24GQ0053, contract name, construction of flood control structure of Palampas River, Upstream area, along Bacolod North Road, S00425NR, Barangay Palampas, San Carlos City, Negros Occidental. Location, San Carlos City, Negros Occidental. Implementing Office, DPWH Negros Occidental Sub-DEO. Funding source, FY 2024 General Appropriations Act, with an approved budget for the contract equivalent to 77,200,000 pesos. Scope of works, construction of revetment structure with embankment and steel sheet pile as tow protection. Contract duration, 284 calendar days. For the major or similar category of works, FCSPS, flood control, construction, slope protection using structural measures, example, revetment, retaining structures, wire net. For similar categories of works, RCSPS, roads, construction, slope protection using structural measures, example, revetment, retaining structures, wire net. FHR, flood control, hydraulics, river control. PHC, ports or harbors, causeway. FHD, flood control, hydraulics, dam. And for the qualifier, for the major category of work, FCSPS, the bidder must have completed, number 1, at least one contract that is similar to the following works among others. A. Concrete revetment. B. Gabion revetment. C. Wire net. D. Stone masonry. E. Retaining wall or flood wall. F. Grouted riprap. G. Geosynthetic. And number 2, similar slope protection works with at least 50% of item of work of the project. For the list of key personnel for the position of project manager, project engineer, project inspector, materials engineer 1, safety officer, and foreman, the total number of personnel for each position is 1, and the minimum years of total work experience and minimum years of experience in similar works is 5 years. For the list of key equipment units, number 1, backhoe, 2 units. Number 2, dump truck, 2 units. Number 3, vibratory roller, 10 MT, 1 unit. Number 4, water truck, 1,000 gallons, 1 unit. Number 5, motorized road grader, 1 unit. Number 6, concrete vibrator, 2 units. 7, 1 bagger mixer, 4 to 6 cubic feet per minute, 2 units. Number 8, bar cutter, single phase, 1 unit. Number 9, bar bender, 1 unit. Cargo truck or delivery truck, 10 tons, 1 unit. Number 11, plate compactor, 400 to 500 gasoline engine, 5 HP, 2 units. Number 12, walk behind rollers, 720 mm roller width, 8 HP, 2 units. 13, vibro hammer, 45,000 kg meter, 272.22 HP, 1 unit. 14, truck mounted crane, 41 to 45 MT, 246 HP, 1 unit. For contract ID number 24GQ0064, contract name, construction of multipurpose building in the Municipality of Calatrava, Negros Occidental. Location, Municipality of Calatrava, Negros Occidental. Implementing Office, DPWH Negros Occidental Sub-DEO. Funding source, FY 2024 General Appropriations Act, with an approved budget for the contract amounting to 5,197,500 pesos. With scope of works, construction of multipurpose building including earthworks, plain and reinforced concrete works, plumbing works, electrical works, mechanical works, and finishing works as indicated in the plans and specifications or as directed by the engineer. Contract duration, 180 calendar days. For the major category of works, BICWO PLC, buildings, construction without piles, low-rise, concrete frame, 1 to 5 stories. For the similar categories of works, BICWPH CCP, buildings, construction with piles, high-rise, concrete frame, cast-in-place piles. BICWPLCCP, buildings, construction with piles, low-rise, concrete frame, cast-in-place piles. BICWPH CDP, buildings, construction with piles, high-rise, concrete frame, driven piles. BICWPLCDP, buildings, construction with piles, low-rise, concrete frame, driven piles. BICWOPHC, buildings, construction without piles, high-rise, concrete frame. BIL, buildings, industrial plant, low-rise. BIH, buildings, industrial plant, high-rise. BIM, buildings, industrial plant, medium-rise. For the qualifier, not applicable. For the list of key personnel for the position of project manager, project engineer, project inspector, materials engineer 1, safety officer, foreman, the total number of personnel for each position is 1, and the minimum years of total work experience and minimum years of experience in similar works is 5 years. For the list of key equipment units, number 1, 1 bagger mixer, 4 to 6 cubic feet per minute, 2 units. Number 2, cargo or service truck, 2 to 5 MT, 1 unit. Number 3, water truck or pump, 16,000 liters, 1 unit. Number 4, generator set, 1 unit. 5, welding machine, electric driven, DC output, 500 amperes, 1 unit. Number 6, concrete vibrator, flexible shaft, 2-inch head diameter, with 5 amperes gasoline driven unit, 2 units. Number 7, bar cutter, 25 mm, maximum rebar diameter, grade 40, single phase, 1 unit. Number 8, bar bender, 25 mm maximum rebar diameter, 3 phase, 1 unit. Number 9, cutting outfit 1 unit, and number 10, plate compactor 400 to 500 gasoline engine 2 units. For the schedules, the deadline for submission of clarification is on May 2, 2024, and for the deadline of submission of bids is on May 9, 2024. Number of copies of bid proposal, 1 original copy of technical and financial envelope of each bid. The place of submission of bids is the conference room, DPWH Negros Occidental, Sub-DEO, San Carlos City, Negros Occidental. For the reminders, for the purposes of procurement activities to be held through DPWH Negros Occidental Sub-DEO, prospective bidders are advised to purchase and pay the applicable fee from other DPWH offices for the bidding documents.
For the eligibility requirements, we have Class A documents, legal documents, valid PhilJobs registration certificate, platinum membership, all pages, as per GPPB Resolution Number 15, Series of 2021. Technical documents, we have statement of the prospective bidder of all its ongoing government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started, if any, whether similar or not similar in nature and complexity to the contract to be bid. Statement of the bidder's single largest completed contract similar to the contract to be bid, except under conditions provided under the rules with certificate of acceptance. Philippine Contractors Accreditation Board or PCAB license or special PCAB license in case of joint ventures and registration for the type and cost of the contract to be bid. Original copy of bid security in the prescribed form, amount, and validity period, or original copy of notarized bill securing declaration and project requirements, which shall include the following: organizational chart for the contract to be bid, list of contractors' key personnel, example, project manager, project engineers, materials engineers, and foremen, to be assigned to the contract to be bid with their complete qualification and experience data. List of contractors' major equipment units which are owned, leased, or under purchase agreements supported by proof of ownership or certification of availability of equipment from the equipment lessor vendor for the duration of the project as the case may be. List of contractors' minimum material testing equipment as per DEO 11 Series of 2017. Original duly signed omnibus sworn statement and, if applicable, original notarized secretary certificate in case of a corporation, partnership, or cooperative, or original special power of attorney of all members of a joint venture, giving full power and authority to its officer to sign the OSS and do acts to represent the bidder. For the financial documents, the prospective bidder's audited financial statement showing, among others, the prospective bidder's total and current assets and liabilities, stamped received by the BIR or its duly accredited and authorized institutions for the preceding calendar year, which should not be earlier than 2 years from the date of bid submission. The prospective bidder's computation of net financial contracting capacity or NFCC. For Class B documents or for joint venture, valid joint venture agreement, and if applicable, duly signed joint venture agreement in accordance with RA number 4566 and its IRR in case of the joint venture is already in existence, or duly notarized statements from all the potential joint venture partners stating that they will enter into and abide by the provisions of the JVA in the instance that the bid is successful. Please take note that for manual submission of bids, the technical documents is preferably book-bounded. The contents of technical documents are preferably numbered, paginated consecutively in the right-hand top margin and signed below page number by a duly authorized representative for both manual and electronic submission of bids. Any missing, incomplete, or patently insufficient document in the required checklist is a ground for outright rejection or non-complying of the bid. For the submission and receipt of bids, so here are the contents of the second envelope or financial proposal. Original of duly signed and accomplished financial bid form. Original of duly signed bid prices in the bill of quantities. Duly accomplished detailed estimates form including a summary sheet indicating the unit prices of construction materials, labor rates, and equipment rentals used in coming up with a bid, and cash flow by quarter. Please take note that for manual submission of bids, the financial documents is preferably book-bounded. The contents of financial documents are preferably numbered, paginated consecutively at the right top margin, and signed below page number by duly authorized representative for both manual and electronic submission of the bids. Any missing, incomplete, or patently insufficient documents in the required checklist is a ground for outright rejection or non-complying of the bid. So here are the common reasons for rejection of bids, ineligibility, and post-disqualification of bidders. Failure to submit the original copy of the surety bond certified by the Insurance Commission indicating the name of project, the procuring entity, and name of contractor. Shorter bid validity and bid security validity period. Overlapping of pledged equipment and committed key technical personnel. Failure to indicate the validity of bid in the bid form, and late submission of bid. We also have failure to submit supporting documents, example, certification of availability of equipment from the equipment lessor vendor for the duration of the project if equipment pledge is to be leased or purchased. Negative slippage of at least 15% in any one project, or negative slippage of at least 10% in each of 2 or more contracts. Unsatisfactory CPES rating. Here are the common errors in the submission of bids. Single proprietor, signatory should be the owner or proprietor only. For corporation or cooperative, the Board of Secretaries certificate and board resolution. For joint venture resolution or agreement. For partnership, as indicated in the Articles of Partnership. For the bid security, the bid validity period is 120 calendar days from the date of submission of bids. For the bid security validity period, it's 120 calendar days from the date of submission of bids. So the bidder shall submit a bid securing declaration or any form of bid security enumerated below. So we have cash or cashier's or manager's check issued by a universal or commercial bank, bank draft guarantee or irrevocable LC issued by a universal or commercial bank. So the amount of bid security for the mentioned items, not less than percentage of the ABC, is 2%. For surety bond callable upon demand issued by a surety or insurance company duly certified by the Insurance Commission as authorized to issue such security is 5%. For the bid evaluation, the financial component of the bids of each past bidder shall be evaluated using non-discretionary criteria, including arithmetical corrections for computational errors, and thus determine the correct total calculated bid prices. The bank shall automatically disqualify any total calculated bid price which exceeds the ABC. So here are the following factors to be considered in the evaluation of the bid prices. So for completeness, no price in required item, non-responsive, indicating a 0 or a dash, free to the government. All prices are deemed to include all taxes. Bids not addressing or providing all of the required items in the bidding documents, including where applicable BOQ, shall be considered non-responsive. For arithmetical corrections, bid prices and figures versus words, words prevail. For total price per item versus unit price per item, unit price prevails. Total price versus actual sum of component items, actual sum prevails. Unit cost and detailed estimate versus unit cost in BOQ, BOQ prevails. If above ABC, it is disqualified. For post-qualification, verification, validation, and ascertainment of statements made and documents submitted, we have the legal requirements, licenses, certificates, permits, agreements, and exclusion in any blacklist. For technical requirements, we have key personal minimum work experience requirements should be satisfied, availability and commitment of major construction equipment, failure of the prospective bidder to state the complete technical description of the pledged equipment and the specific location, whether owned, leased, or under purchase agreement, shall result in the bidder's automatic post-disqualification for award of contract and forfeiture of its bid security as per DEO number 58, series of 2012. For technical requirements, performance in ongoing government and private contracts, negative slippage of at least 15% in any one project, or negative slippage of at least 10% in each of 2 or more contracts. Failure of the contractor to commence repair works and complete ongoing contracts in the prescribed date after receipt of the notice of defects and deficiencies. Failure of the contractor to commence repair works on contracts with pending certificates of acceptance in the prescribed date after receipt of the notice of defects and failures. Substandard quality of works or unsatisfactory performance per contract per conditions at the term of inspection. DEO number 127, series of 2018, strict application of RA 9184 in the conduct of the post-qualification of bidders with delayed ongoing contracts with DPWH. authenticity and correctness of bid security, financial requirements, bid price proposal, and NFCC. So here are the notes on the personnel and equipment requirements of the project as per DO number 9, series of 2012, or technical requirements for civil works projects for public bidding. If a proposed key technical personnel is an employee of the bidder and working on another project at the same time of the bidding, the bidder shall submit a certification that one personnel will be pulled out from the ongoing project once the bidder is awarded to the contract, and 2, he or she will be replaced with another person with equal or better qualifications as certified by the head of the implementing office. Also, the bidder may propose a key technical personnel who is not its employee, provided that the said personnel is required to submit a certification that he or she will work for the bidder if it is awarded a contract under bidding. These certifications shall be included in the first envelope of the sealed bid. Also, to be verified during post-qualification is the set of equipment pledged by the bidder. The bidder should specify in the submitted bid the location of the equipment where they can be inspected, and if any equipment is not in the specified location, then the bidder shall be post-disqualified. So for the contract award, the contract shall be awarded to the bidder whose bid has been determined to be the lowest calculated and responsive bid, as a result of the detailed evaluation and post-qualification conducted. Contract award should be made within the bid validity period. Subcontracting is not allowed.
Eligibility requirements. Do you know other issues and thus call this pre-bid conference adjourned at 11:41. Thank you very much for coming and good afternoon. Good noon.